stepsister stole the essay I wrote and submitted it to colleges as her own. I watched her lose every acceptance she had. My stepsister Kelsey moved into our house when I was 14. Her mother Diane married my father 2 years after my mom died from cancer. I was still grieving, and suddenly I had to share my room with a girl who acted like she owned the place from day one. Kelsey was the same age as me, but that was where our similarities ended. She was loud and popular and always needed to be the center of attention. I was quiet and kept to myself and spent most of my time reading or writing in my journal. Kelsey thought I was boring. She told me that constantly. She said I needed to lighten up. She said I needed to stop being so depressing all the time. She said my dead mother would not want me moping around forever. I learned to stay out of her way. Senior year came and we both started working on college applications. I wanted to go to Weston University more than anything. It was a small liberal arts school 4 hours away with an excellent creative writing program. My mother went there before she got sick. She used to tell me stories about her time on campus and how it changed her life. She always said she hoped I would go there someday. I wrote my application essay about her. I wrote about watching her get sicker and weaker over 2 years. I wrote about sitting beside her hospital bed reading her favorite books out loud because she could not hold them anymore. I wrote about the day she died and how I promised her I would live a life that made her proud. I wrote about how Weston was her dream for me and how going there would be my way of keeping her close. It was the most personal thing I had ever written. I spent 3 months on it. I revised it over and over until every word felt right. I saved it on my laptop and I printed 1 copy to show my English teacher, who said it was the best student essay she had ever read. She said any school would be lucky to have me. I submitted my application to Weston in early November. I also applied to 3 backup schools just in case. I felt good about my chances. My grades were strong and my essay was honest and powerful. I thought I did everything right. Kelsey submitted her applications around the same time. She applied to Weston too, even though she never mentioned wanting to go there before. She said her guidance counselor recommended it. She said it would be good to have options. I did not think much of it at the time. In February, I got an email from Weston's admissions office. They wanted to schedule a phone interview to discuss my application. I was excited because interviews usually meant they were seriously considering you. I prepared for a week. I practiced answering questions about my goals and my interests and my essay. The interview was on a Thursday afternoon. The admissions counselor was a woman named Mrs. Langford. She was polite at first, but something felt off from the beginning. She asked me basic questions about my grades and activities. Then she asked about my essay. She asked me to tell her more about my mother. I talked about my mom for 10 minutes. I told Mrs. Langford about her laugh and her cooking and her obsession with old movies. I told her about the books we read together and the trips we took and the way she always knew when I was sad. I told her things I had never told anyone because the essay opened a door I could not close. When I finished, Mrs. Langford was quiet for a moment. Then she asked me a strange question. She asked if I knew Kelsey Drummond. I said yes. I said she was my stepsister. Mrs. Langford said Kelsey also applied to Weston. She said Kelsey submitted an essay that was identical to mine. She said the only difference was the name at the top. I could not breathe. I asked her to repeat what she said. She repeated it. She said both essays described watching a mother die of cancer. She said both essays mentioned the same books and the same hospital room and the same promise. She said the admissions office was confused because they received 2 applications from the same address with the same essay. She asked if I could explain. I told her I wrote that essay myself. I told her it was about my real mother who really died. I told her Kelsey's mother was alive and well and living in our house. I told her Kelsey must have stolen my essay from my laptop and submitted it as her own. Mrs. Langford said she believed me. Full story on channel. Link below.